This puzzle used to drive me crazy. No matter how close I got, something would always go wrong, especially with those last few tiles. But once I understood how it actually works, it turned out to be way easier than I thought. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to solve it. We'll be using a 6x6 puzzle as an example, and we're going to solve it row by row until only the last 2 rows are left. This part is easy because we can still move freely without worrying too much about alignment, except for those 2 tiles on the far right corner of each row. That part can be a bit confusing at first, since getting both tiles in the correct order often requires a few specific moves. Here's how you can place those last 2 tiles correctly. Start by putting 5 below 4, then move 6 to the right of 4. And now slide 5 below 6 and rotate 5 and 6 into position. This way both end up in the correct spots without affecting any previously placed tiles. There's one important condition when solving within a smaller 3x3 area. Avoid putting 3 directly under 2. If that happens, you need to move it out of that spot. You can rotate the section like this to reposition it properly. In this 6x6 case, since there's still plenty of room, you can simply move 6 downward if it ends up below 5 and continue from there. Repeat the same approach. Place 11 below 10, then move 12 to the right of 10. Slide 11 under 12 and rotate to finish the set. Keep applying this step by step for each row until only 2 rows remain. Once you reach the final 2 rows, row by row solving is no longer viable. Movement is limited now, so the method changes. From here, solve tiles in pairs, going left to right. Start with 25 and 31. Place 31 on 25's target tile. Then check where 25 is. If it's positioned directly below 31, you need to move it out. You can rotate the nearby tiles like this to get 25 out of that vertical alignment. And next, place 25 to the right of 31. Then rotate both tiles into position. Once they're in the correct position, leave them as they are and continue with the next pair. Start by placing 32 on 26's target tile. Now check the position of 26. In this case, 26 is directly below 32, so it needs to be moved out first. Rotate the surrounding tiles to pull 26 out of that spot. Then place 26 to the right of 32 and rotate them into position. At this point, you'll be left with the last 2x3 tile section. Continue with the same approach. Place 34 to the right of 27, then bring 28 next to 34. If 28 is directly underneath 34, move it out as before. In this case, if the alignment is already correct, just rotate to finish. Let's try it again, but this time with a 3x3 puzzle. The goal is the same. Solve row by row until only the last 2 rows remain. Start by placing 1 in the top left corner. Next, we'll position 2 and 3. To do this, place 2 directly below 1. Then check where 3 is. make sure 3 is not directly under 2. If it is, rotate the nearby tiles until 3 moves to a different position. Once that's done, place 3 next to 1. Slide 2 below 3, then rotate them into place. And now the first row is done. At this point, only 2 rows remain. Now we solve from left to right. Start with 4 and 7. Place 7 on the tile where 4 needs to go, which is the top left corner of the remaining section. Now check if 4 is under 7. If it is, rotate the nearby tiles to move 4 out from underneath. Once 4 is no longer below 7, move 4 to the right of 7, then rotate them into place. To finish, rotate the remaining 2x2 tiles until 5, 6, and 8 are in the correct positions. It doesn't matter if the puzzle is 3x3, 16x16, or bigger. This method will always work as long as the puzzle can actually be solved. Now keep in mind that not all sliding puzzles are guaranteed to be solvable. There are specific rules that determine whether a puzzle can actually be solved or not. It has to do with something called parity and the position of the blank tile. But in most cases, you don't need to worry about it. Anyone who creates or shares a sliding puzzle usually makes sure it's solvable. Still, if you're curious and want to understand the logic behind it, I've linked an article in the video description that explains how solvability works in more detail. All right, hopefully now the puzzle makes more sense. If you're stuck or have any questions, just leave a comment below. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.